Hey guys, 28mm RPG here. Today I'm going to talk about BattleTech. So, BattleTech is not just mech versus mech combat. There's a lot of things that you got to consider, aspects for scale. It's kind of like building a song for music. You don't end up pounding all the way through a song in heaviness. If you did that, it would sound the same all the way through. You need soft parts in there in order to create dynamics. So when you consider things for scale in BattleTech, consider space warfare, aerotech versus mechs in space, or troopers in suits, ground units, tanks, APCs, ground troops, jump troops. Say you're a game master and you are basically making a military company, a mercenary company. Scale your company to reflect the rarity of things. Give your company, say, 10 to 15% in mechs, 20 to 40% in tanks and APCs, 10% aerotech, 20 to 40% troops with artillery, that sort of thing. You don't go in with just full on, 2 lances, 3 lances of mechs. It's silly. You have to consider the mechs are kind of a rare commodity in the game as compared to tanks and all kinds of military hardware, which is readily available and mass produced more than the mechs are. Also consider the Mechwarrior rules for role-playing. You can have your players play small excursions with various character types, some for stealth, some for combat. Consider multiple characters per player. If, say, a player's main character is a mech warrior, and then you decide that as a game master, hey, we're going to do this little side quest with a bit of stealth and combat, you can have the player use his mech warrior in this way if he is suited to, say, gun combat or hand-to-hand combat, but most often they'll be just particularly skilled for the mech itself. So have the player also make extra characters, one that could pilot a tank or a track vehicle or something. Have them able to pilot a craft or something, like an aerotech pilot or something. Perhaps it's a side quest. Take a prototype fighter from a secret base or something like that. It's entirely up to you. It's just to give different aspects of the different kinds of combat that you can have in Mechwarrior and BattleTech, besides mech versus mech combat. The idea is to contrast the huge mechs with the smaller forces to give better dynamics and scale in both damage and threat. This creates some really interesting missions. This develops more interest and sympathy with other units involving the BattleTech War Theater. So have your players play as tank crews, or aerotech pilots, ground troops, stealth, spies, scouts, that sort of thing. Some Game Master ideas here. Utilize a program called Mech Tech. It's a great aid for creating full dynamic mercenary companies. Let Mech Tech take care of the salary payments or when ordered parts arrive. Help make background battles occur while things are going on with your players in a personal level. Say that the players are out, doing a scouting mission somewhere else, but in the meantime, there's the mercenary company is still actively involved in a war in the background. Let Mech Tech do most of the heavy lifting, do all the calculating, all the paperwork, all the boring stuff that you want to not do. In the meantime, while Mech Tech is doing that, you can go ahead and build unique NPCs for interaction. Build unique enemies for competitive companies. Also consider some of the interactions also taking place besides the ground itself in landing ports or starports. There could be a lot of ideas for bar scenes and that sort of thing. Think of different atmospheres, different land types and formations, different biologies and xenomorphs, colony types, habitats, centers of population, cultures, customs of the inhabitants, and have clashes with such. So you have situations with frenemies at times. Nobility counts for everything. Make social class important in your games. Building strong ties with houses or breaking them. Climbing the ranks of the Merc Company or breaking off to form an independent unit. Intercompany drama, takeovers, rivalries, cliques, changes in leaderships, duels, or overthrowing the top echelon of the ranks. Trading and piracy in the stars. Corporate warfare, mergers and takeovers, side quests of approaches under the table. Have something happen where the characters are in the bar and they're wearing their company colors, and some person of note kind of approaches them and says, "Hey, yeah, I know you guys are protecting the such and such of so and so. How about I slide you this map of a secret cache or a stash if you consider my offer." Schemes and plots, making personal contacts. These could be with other nobles, NPCs of all kinds. You can have a lot of fun with BattleTech. It's not just mech versus mech combat. So consider this in your next game of BattleTech, Gamemasters. I hope this gave you some good ideas. Please consider subscribing. Take care, guys.